up? What up? What up? What up? Now tuned in the All Facts No Opinion Sport podcast. I'm your host, One Three. We don't let nothing marinate. Get straight to the sauce. Everything saucy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Abdullah Mason. We just got we got word that Abdullah Mason and Edwin De Los Santos could have been the main event. Even though Abdullah was main event, he could have had a chance to fight for the WBO title that night, but he turned it down. But he turned it down. And you know what y'all think? Was that a duck or was that a great business move? For one, it can go both ways. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh, that's a duck. You could have became champion right there." Number two, number two is it was a great business move because now the opponent you can face and you can get on the Canelo Bud fight and you could become a co-main event at that fight. Well, him and Sam Oaks, if I'm not mistaken, but that's an easy win. But Sam, nice. Every boxer is nice. Don't get me wrong. Sam might got some losses, but he can fight. He can fight. I'm gonna really go back and watch Sam Oaks in that loss. If I'm not mistaken, I don't never think he got knocked out. But I came across like two of his fights before. I didn't know who he was. I just knew he was signed to Eddie Hearn and the Zone and stuff. Um, and I'm like, damn, he ranked high. And this is one thing I learned, and I want people to understand. They don't want American boxers with titles. That's why when you look at the pound for pound list, before uh, 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 this ring was purchased, everything was about America. Now when you look at it, everything is about cross seeds, you know? And it's like they belittle us American fighters. The best pound for pound, the two top dogs should be on there is Tank Davis and Canelo. I don't know how Boots not on there. Y'all putting all these other people that's on there that's not champions. That ain't new. You know, I watched a couple of like for instance, I watched the guard talk. Shout out to Najee, right? Shout out to Richard Hitchens. I watched them talk about Usyk and Hitchens. Oh, Usyk ain't fighting nobody, broski, let me tell you something. Usyk fought better competition than Bud Crawford, and it's not me shitting on Bud Crawford. Because y'all putting Bud up, period. Then y'all saying who Canelo fought. Canelo fought all of the dogs in their prime. Austin, Drought, Miguel. Listen, Bud Crawford is nowhere on Miguel Cotto level. Let's get that straight. See, y'all going by these corny ass accolades. But when you look at the accolades, oh, you became undisputed, but who did you fight? That's the key thing is who did you fight? You feel me? And shout out to Abdullah Mason, you only get in the corny ass names that Top Rank has. You understand me? Every top ranked fighter is all sparring partners. You understand me? They don't fight nobody. That's why Top Rank is the best in the business in matchmaking because you fight a bunch of nobodies. And then they only give you instead of you getting the money that you deserve, they take your money and hit you off with low ass numbers. Oh, we're gonna give them 100 something thousand or 500,000. When the whole time everybody over there at PBC, they brand eating millions of dollars. So you watch people come on here and saying Turkey saving boxing. Yeah, Turkey. What Turkey is finding out right now is, oh, fuck y'all promoters. Because I'm feeding y'all. Y'all not feeding y'all fighters. You understand me? And that's what Turkey's starting to see. Like, oh, that's why I love the comment he made, because a lot of people, if it's dictating, then I'm part of that dictatorship because there's a difference. But only thing should come with that rule is if a person trying to do the rope a dope, these referees shouldn't stop a fight too early. Because like you watch Keyshawn, a lot of his fights when he fought Yigit, like yo, they stop that shit fast. He ain't get a point deducted when he need the guy in the head. He ain't get none of that. Come on, man. Them stoppages be too early. I got to watch the fight. You see the stoppage, these fighters don't be hurt. These fighters don't be hurt. Then I watch Richard Hitchens talking about, yeah, well, Shakur already gonna be a champion by his 11th fight because that's what they're pushing. They're in competition with PBC, so they're gonna push because they have the titles. And his first title was what? Everything is going to be the WBO with Top Rank. Every Top Rank fighter get the WBO champion first, and the WBO is the lowest body sanction in boxing. That's why Top Rank grabbed that motherfucker. Golden Boy, PBC, the WBC fucks with them heavy. You look at any WBC champ right now, 9 times out of 10, it was working with Golden Boy. Or not, Oscar has something to do with it, you know? But I did just watching this shit, I'd be like, bro, like, what is y'all watching? Like, it's all honesty with it. What is y'all watching? Because you can't say that. And this is another thing about casual, right? Because these people don't know nothing about a casual, right? The definition of casual. You know, there's footnotes with the true definition. You know, but people be like, oh, well, you know, casual is this. When they call a person a casual fan, it's called you're not agreeing with them. It's called irregular. So everything y'all people is being puppets by. Right? For instance, everybody saying Tank took a knee, right? So everybody talks about that. But me and people like me talking about, well, Lamont took a knee too in the 11th round. They want to call us a casual because we speaking the truth. Anybody that speaks the truth, they want to call you a casual because you're saying some irregular shit. No, I'm not saying no irregular shit, nigga. I'm speaking facts. It's all facts, no opinions, nigga. I speak facts. Y'all people don't. Y'all just go with the gimmick. Of course, it's the Devin Haney era. You lose, you sue. You lose, you sue. Oh, he took PEDs, but you work with a well-known PED ass nigga. Everybody know who Conte is. Everybody know who Memo is. Everybody know who Mexico is. Everybody know who a Scooter is, right? But these are strength and conditioning coaches. We're gonna take Victor Conte out of the fold, all right? Because he did time for it, you know, and they're walking back into the sport. But these other three, this is how they feed their family, and they do a great job. But if you let an A side tell it, and that A side lose to the B side and that team, what the A side gonna say? Oh, well, they own such and such. Like, don't dare take the laws. Take your laws as a man. Because that's when Devin Haney did that shit, I started to think like, bro, you bringing Victor Conte back into the fold, bro. That man just changed his life. He's been out of the motherfucking media outlets since, but when he came home, 2004. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And Floyd tried to put him back into the spotlight. And Floyd did when he kept saying, "Oh, Pacquiao on steroids." Why he was saying Pacquiao on steroids? Because Pacquiao was fucking with Victor Conte, the same nigga Bob Crawford and Devin Haney messed with. But now that stains Victor Conte. Why? Because everybody, when you mention Conte, they're gonna bring up the Boligal scam. They're gonna bring up the Boligal situation. Like myself, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna always refer to that. But at the end of the day, can a man change? Yeah, he can change. You feel me? But for Dev did, you brought the light back on swing, man. If I was Conte, I'd drop the shit out of Dev. Like, bro, you got me hot again, nigga, for no apparent reason. And I'm helping your bum ass out. Nigga, protect your chin. Let me keep that right up and protect your chin. That's it. Now you got me having my people resign and do all this shit. There's always a Haney. Listen, there's always gonna be one motherfucker from our community that always fucks something up. Don't believe me? Look at it. That statement was for Devin Haney and William Score, because William Score pulled the Haney. Now, by that happening, this shit is directed towards Bud Crawford. Do not run, because we paying you all of this money. Well, I got something to tell all you niggas. Bud ain't gonna run. Bud don't run. Bud don't put on no boxing performances on the boxing clinics. He's a dog. You understand? Different type of animal. You know, us 80 baby, we like to get hit back because you gotta feel our shit. You understand? Like, it's gonna be one of them ones, man. And I don't want to keep hearing people say, "Oh, there's weight classes, bro." Yes, there's weight classes for a reason. And the weight classes, whatever your walk around weight is, that's your weight class. Stop shrinking your body, nigga. If your walk around is 160 something, like 168 or 170, fight at 160 to 168. No more than 154. That should be your range if you're gonna shrink your body. But if you walking around 160 and you're shrinking your fucking body down to 135, you a pussy. You a pussy. You understand me? Because I'm telling you, back in the 80s and shit wasn't like that, man. 80s, 90s, all down, shit was never like that. You walk around weight with your body weight because you felt comfortable. You were comfortable. You understand me? And see, this is what Pacquiao mean by shadow boxing. No bud, shadow boxing in the ring. Let me go just, nope, choosing his punch placement, his right position, right? But if you ask everybody, oh, he looked too slow, he do this, he do that. No, this is why Manny Pacquiao told Floyd Schofield. See, with y'all, when y'all shadow box, y'all want to look in the mirror. Y'all want to be all pretty. Y'all want to be all pretty. Me, it's all speed. So when I'm in the fight, I'll never get tired. See, y'all shadow boxing, y'all looking to look good. Me, I'm doing speed because when I'm in a ring, I will never get tired. That's why if I do a half hour to an hour of shadow boxing, my rhythm stays the same. And it's no lie. If you train your body like that, you can give yourself a month. Train your body like that. By the time your second, third month come around, you're gonna be already immune to it. So now you at a fast pace. The reason I know, cause I'm doing it. And I'm looking, I'm like, damn, this nigga speaking fast. So Floyd did duck Pacquiao. 10 years before they fought, Floyd did duck Pacquiao. Now I mean, like, come on, we gotta make this shit make sense, man. But shout out to Abdullah Mason, for making the right decision. But when you in camp, always spar multiple opponents in different styles, because you will never know if your opponent will pull out and he will give you a whole nother fight. And the reason I respect Abdullah for that, because he's seen what happened to Tank and Pitbull. Remember, Tank and Abner Mars was supposed to fight. It was never Tank and Pitbull. It was Tank and Abner Mars. But if you let you motherfuckers tell it, y'all want to tell a whole different story. It was Tank and Abner Mars supposed to fight. Abner Mars pulled out. I think it was a week or 4 days before the fight, and Pitbull just came. Because remember, the fight before Tank and Pitbull, the card before when Tank was on, remember Pitbull got that knockout. Remember he opened up the fight, got that knockout, and next thing you know, Abner Mars and Tank were supposed to fight. Then Abner Mars ended up pulling out, but still was at the event commentating. And I think it was something, his hand or sickness or something. The next thing you know, Tank and Pitbull in the fight. And then that's when from there, Al Heyman took over Tank's situation. Before he gave him the 10 grand, he like, no, I just gave you millions of dollars. Oh, it's like that? Oh, come here. And he took Tank and rolled it, you know what I mean? So shout out to Abdullah for not taking the fight. A lot of people won't run around called up. Me personally, I think he made a correct choice because he ain't prepared, for that time. So it's perfect. If you're a fighter, you always supposed to be prepared at that. See this? I tell him all the time, be prepared for every style. But another thing a lot of fighters gotta understand, learn different styles. You got if your first fight is a 4 round fight, learn different stances, learn different styles. Because you can always throw somebody off their game plan. You can come in the first round hot, the whole round. You feel me? Do a switch here the second round, come in southpaw. You feel me? Put the Philly shell. Then you go back orthodox. You feel me? And you staying a little conventional, but a half man stance. Third round, fourth round, you come back now you're a southpaw, but this time you high guard. But it's different styles you can hold. You can hold your hands like this, like this, like this. You feel me? Detroit shell coming in. You got the Philly shell, you know what I mean? But you always keep that chin tuck. As long as that chin tuck, you feel me? Even though the Philly is tuck. See the shoulders is tuck. It ain't going over there. Even if a person trying to make the punch. You feel me? Like this right here, you fully shelled. This is blocking all of this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Right here, you can boom, catch, or slap. Then that's why when you do 52 blocks, it's good for a lot of fighters to do 52. Like Jaron Ennis do a lot of 52 blocks, which is martial arts, boxing, all combat sports mixed in together. So, you know me, I always do the L shape. And I used to hit the visible speed back. And I used to do this a lot when I was young. And a person throw a punch right now, ain't nothing coming in. You can stand like this all day and fight. Boom, 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 boom. I promise you, you will never get touched. And just like with the L stance, you sit back. Even when you do the shoulder roll, it's still an L stance. It's still an L stance. Person jump, boom, boom. Now I mean, but you gotta be quick, but you gotta work on things. And that's what a lot of people don't work on because everybody is so busy trying to be somebody else. And they're not that person. You feel me? You're not that person. Stop trying to be like somebody else. You might like a fighter, whatever fighter you like, and you see, you take from that fighter and you add it to your arm. And when you, I mean, throw it in a bag of chips, mix it up, you got a party mix, man. You gotta know how to mix it, man. Listen, man, you gotta know how to whip it, man. You gotta know how to cut it, man. You understand me? And that's what a lot of these motherfuckers don't do. I'm sitting here watching Corrales, just bro Corrales and Alberto Majado, Javier Fortuna, Madai, Smith Potato. I mean, I watch it. I just love the sport. You know, when it comes to football, boxing, I love the sport. Well, yeah, Devin Haney. Yo, Devin Haney, Mr. Captain Saberho. Devin Haney, Mr. Captain Saberho. You see his baby mom, his wife, the nigga trying he marry a hoe, put her under the wing, everybody bombing that, you trying to like hit you like bro, you was in the pool, Diddy, nigga, like come on, come on. That's what be wrong with these lame ass niggas, man. That's what be wrong with these lame ass niggas. And you got a nigga like Bill, Bill shotgun Willie. Bill shotgun Willie, tell Bill anything, Bill going I don't know, Bill crazy, man. Bill crazy. Bill crazy. You know, you gotta teach your son how to be a man, man. You doing too much. You doing way too much, man. And the reason I say that because nigga, you ruining your child's success. I ain't mean not a success. His how can you state that? His career. You feel me? You damaging that brother career, bro. And that's sad. You feel me? That's sad. Damaging that brother career like that. We understand that's your son, but damn, bro, let him eat. Let me take this shit out. Let that boy eat, man. You feel me? Let that boy eat. I'm about to make some beats in a few, hop on my other channel. You gotta let that boy eat, man. Y'all niggas be too greedy. I'll be too greedy. And then you mess up your child whole situation. Then you got your other child box. Like, bro, champions are born. You trying to make them. Like, let him stick to tennis. But the only good thing about him, at least he keep his hand up. But your son ain't Sean. At least he keep his hand up. You know what I mean? But you ain't got that. You ain't got that. And Richard Hitchens, you know, I like him, you know, as a person. But fighting wise, bro, like, I don't see nothing special. I don't see nothing special. And the reason I say that because you can like Gustavo Limos, you ain't do nothing. Paro, you ain't do nothing. Every time you had a chance to get him out of here, you ain't get him out of here. You ain't get him out of here. So you claim you gonna knock Cambosis out. Is the fight fixed? You know what I mean? Then Cambosis, like Who's Ken Boast? Y'all keep talking about this Tio victory, but y'all not talking about how they robbed Tio. Y'all know that, right? Y'all ain't talking about how Tio fucked their game plans up with the Loma. He beat Loma, and when he went here to New York, they made sure he lost. Y'all all talking about how he got knocked down, but y'all not talking about how when Tio got back up in that first round and dropped Cambosis and they robbed him for that knockdown. None of y'all talking about. See, one thing about Teofimo that I learned, and this is no lie, I learned this off Tank. Shout out to Tank Days. You know, when you see people with cuts on their eyes, the bridge of their nose, like Virgil, every time Virgil and T spar, you know, he always get that cut on the bridge of his nose. So when he get into a regular fight, that be the first thing to open up. You feel me? Just remember when Tank told Frank, "Oh, you got cuts on your eyes." I'm opening that shit up. Why? Because that shit is thin leather. Your skin becomes thin leather. You feel me? And it's easy to open it up. It's easy, and that's how Teofimo faces. When he spar, you see this open up, and the bridge of his nose always open up. Cambosis ain't do shit to Teo. I'm a fan of the sport. I'm just telling y'all. You understand? This top ranked group of robberies. And look at every Pacquiao got robbed by an Australian nigga, right? Right? Jeff Horn, right? And Pacquiao beat his ass. Teo got robbed by an Australian nigga, right? Cambosis. But the whole time, Teo became undisputed. This is how you know they trying to shit on a bro. Like, come on, man. To get a lineal title, you got to become undisputed. Boots just won a Ring magazine. Did he get the lineal? No, because he's not undisputed. To get a lineal ring, a lineal belt, you got to be undisputed. But you let other people talk about it, they're gonna tell you something different. That's why I don't even listen to motherfuckers, man. You feel me? Like my cook up hours back then, that shit used to be bubbling. But you know my shit all facts, no opinion. So I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to none of you niggas. I'm gonna tell the truth. Let me write this down. I'm gonna start taking notes. I got a couple notes out, that I really want to do and break down. But I'll probably do two lives starting probably this week. Two cook up hours, one in the morning and one at night. I'll probably start doing one like around 8, 9 o'clock. Yeah, so I might do one around 8, between 9 o'clock from 9 to 10. Do the cook up hour in the kitchen. Hopefully we can get more people in here because usually I used to come on here. This shit used to be whamming. You know what I mean? But when you keep your foot on these people next, I'll be mentioning, because it's I gotta inform y'all. You feel me? I'll be wrong if I don't inform y'all, so people can have a better understanding. But at the end of the day, everybody cheating. If you want to call it like that, everybody cheating. Like people talk about Clint Buter, bro. A motherfucker got asthma. He can use his asthma pump. He can use his asthma pump. Like it'll be the dumbest shit. It'll be the dumbest shit. It'll be the dumbest shit. You can take sea moss all day. That shit'll pop up. It's like we're gonna get to this weed situation, right? Ryan smoked weed, right? Did he test dirty? Every time they test him, no. They test him the day before the fight and the day and after the fight. And the day before the fight, he came back clean, which was on a Friday. Then Saturday after the fight, he gave y'all a sample, but y'all don't test it till 11 days later. Make that make sense? That's number one. Same thing with Haney Munguia, right? He took all of these VADA testing right before Friday, his second test. And then when he won, oh, he dirty. Like Amanda Serrano, she posting everything up. I took my VADA shit. Now, if she beat Katie tell her what's going to happen, what she already did 2 times, what's going to happen? I keep robbing that ball. That's why these people, man, these people be bad. They be bad. Shout out to Xander Zayas, this guy George Perez. Uh, that's gonna be a nice fight. That's gonna be a nice fight. If I'm not mistaken, for the WBO at 154, Xander should have been had the title fight. That young man been grinding for a very long time, man. Xander been grinding for a very long time. And the same thing that's happening to Xander Zayas happened to Bud Crawford. Top Rank don't believe him. Even though they got something, they don't believe in them. That's why they feed them these shitty resumes, but they give you great accolades. They give you a shitty resume, but then award you with some accolades, which is a title or undisputed. But you doing all that, but you still not a superstar. You still not a superstar. It took for Bud after he after the Spence win to try to get to the superstar status, but he's still not because Top Rank they getting dirty. Top Rank did Bud dirty. I'm gonna always say that shit. Bud should have been a pay per view star. Shakur should have been a pay per view star. T.O. should have been a pay per view star. Now I mean, right now even Keyshawn should be a pay per view star. You know, you got Emiliano Vargas. Like, yo, you got pay per view stars, and you're not turning them into pay per view stars. It's crazy. You know how bad ESPN would have had a pay per view ESPN event? That shit would have did numbers because it do numbers now. ESPN do numbers now. So imagine an ESPN pay per view event, but no, you did it for Tyson Fury. Right? This is what I tell you. Peep how all of the fucking Australians and Brits win something from. They try to take all of the titles out of America. All you got to do is look at the pound for pound list, man. Let's be honest. Usyk really fighting? Ain't nobody to fuck up there. Ain't nobody at cruiserweight. Oh, drop attack. Ain't nobody there. Cause all of the real fighters that's getting up there, y'all not signing them. We all know who run boxing, bro. We all know. And you gotta keep it real, man. We even watching. This is no lie. When Daniel Dubois drop Usyk, they drop him for that fight. Hit him with a clean body because these niggas can't take body shots, bro. They can't take body shots. Only the people that come to the state, they can withstand body shots. You understand me? They can withstand. Shout out Ricky Hatton. Nah, I mean, shout out Prince Nassim. Shout out the GOAT, nigga, Lennox Lewis. Yeah, yeah, big dog, big dog. Shout out Connor Ben Sr. and Jr. Shout out Chris Eubank Sr., Jr., and his other brother that's fighting. These brothers take body shots, but when you go deep into the east side, they don't take body shots, man. Frank Bruno take body. These niggas take body shots. Everybody else don't. Look at Luke Campbell. I ain't put that nigga down with a body shot. Your body is soft. That's all you gotta do, and that's all damn you gotta do. Attack that body again. Usyk going down, man. He going down. And another thing is right. This is how you know they wanted everything. Tyson Fury after he dropped Deontay Wilder, he never had a knockout again. Make that make sense. After Tyson Fury knocked Deontay Wilder out, everybody else you fought was ass cheeks, and you couldn't knock them out. I watched Showbiz when they was doing the pop jab show. Tyson Fury pop jab and a regular pop jab like this is different from letting your glove flop. And you see a glove flop because you can tell nothing in there. Bro, y'all be acting like people stupid as shit, man. Like people ain't out here really putting this shit together. Like we won't beat the dog shit out you motherfucker. Tripping, man. Trippy red all day, man. Niggas be trippy red all day. But you let them tell it, they gonna tell you something different. Feel me? The biggest fight in boxing right now is Canelo and the Mexican Monster. Everybody knows that. The world knows that. You know, the biggest fight for Bud Crawford is Jaron Boots Ennis or Charlo. Y'all even you can throw Virgil in there. Everybody know that. Another thing, do I believe Bud Crawford is too small for Canelo? Fuck no. This is boxing is. You gotta move up, nigga. I be tired of people saying that shit. Bud walk around weight is probably 180. So if he fighting at 168, that's his weight. That's his walk around weight. What's the problem? I don't be understanding that shit. How Bud smaller than Canelo, but Bud taller than Canelo? Don't you know the difference between a small nigga, small and tall? If he's an inch taller than Canelo, make it make sense. How the fuck he's small? Oh, because he used to shrink his body down to them. His walk around weight is what he's fighting at now. So what's the problem? People gotta stop these narratives, man. They gotta stop creating false narratives out here, yo. Cause it's bad. Plus, it put a black eye on the sport of boxing, yo. No, they should put a black eye on the sport of boxing, man. Pacquiao did it in 8 divisions. Now, how y'all keep counting Yo, y'all counting Pacquiao out. You got to remember, history repeats itself. We seen it with Foreman in the 90s. We seen it with Bernard in the 2000s. Now, this generation right here, we're going to see Pacquiao do it. I done seen 4 niggas do it. From the 80s, 90s, 2000 to right now. I done seen 4 niggas do it. Pacquiao going to be the fourth nigga to do it. And watch him do it. He going to knock Barrios the fuck out. Y'all acting like Barrios a dog. Barrios butt cheek. That nigga ass wipes, man. Barrios is ass. I would Barrios ass. What that? Y'all acting like, well, nigga, y'all once the fourth, fifth round come, Barrios, he declines. He tired. He had no second one. He had no second one. I'm telling you, by the sixth, seventh round, Pacquiao knocking him out. I'm telling y'all, that's how it's gonna go. Pacquiao gonna knock out Mario Barrios, right? Tank gonna knock out Lamont Roach. Then Tank and Pacquiao gonna fight, and Tank gonna have a title. At what? Welterweight. Watch. I promise y'all that. Tank gonna have a title at 126, 130, 135, 140, and 147. Watch, cause y'all keep forgetting when Tank fought this nigga Leo Santa Cruz, when he fought Leo Santa Cruz, they fought for Leo Santa Cruz titles too. Y'all tend to forget. Tank moved up, captured the title. If I'm not mistaken, he moved up to 135, captured the title, came back down. He came back down to 130 where he was already unified. He was already unified, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I know he had the IBF. I'm going to go back and check. I think it was the WBA or the WBO. Tank was unified at 130. Leo Santa Cruz was unified at 130. If Leo Santa Cruz would have won, he would have been unified at 130. But Tank won. Tank was unified at 130, unified at 126, plus the title at 135. Come on. But y'all forget that. How y'all forget that? We must be in a time lapse. All your motherfuckers must be dumb. No, I'm just keeping it tall, keeping it honest. That's all I'm doing. That's facts. That's facts. But this week is going down. Fight week here. Fight week here. You know, Hitchens can pull it off, but me personally, I don't think Richard Hitchens I don't think Richard Hitchens gained anything out of this fight. And what I mean by that is he got a lot. I'm gonna keep it like this. Cambosis is not that. After the TO win, Cambosis been on the losing streak. I don't know how the fuck he ended up the IBF champ when he really got his ass whipped. It was a robbery. You know, Cambosis is not like that. He's not cut like that. He's he's not that. So a Cambosis victory on Richard Hitchens belt, to him, it might be good to him, but to us real fans, that shit don't mean nothing. Like that shit don't mean nothing. Y'all going off Cambosis because he was one of Pacquiao's sparring partners. See, y'all know him from because he beat Tio, right? Because they robbed Tio and gave him the victory. But don't none of y'all know where he really came from. That nigga was one of Pacquiao's sparring partners. Now y'all know. You feel me? He was one of Pacquiao's sparring partners. So that's where Cambosis come from. And you know what? You know how Pacquiao top ranking Bob and them niggas like this. So they made sure he got that victory. Because at the end of the day, you know, Tio ruined their plans, man. When Tio became undisputed and beat Loma, he ruined his plans. So that's when they try to shit on Tio. Oh, you not undisputed? No, nigga. No, because the same thing y'all did to Bud, the same thing Tio did. Remember, Bud was elevated the franchise champ to the super champ. And y'all got to stop that shit, man. Y'all got to stop that. And I'm not sitting here protecting Tio or nothing, but we gonna keep it a beam. We gonna keep it tall all around board. You understand me? It doesn't matter if you the franchise or not. It doesn't matter you the franchise. Come on, they got to chill. It doesn't matter you the franchise or not. You gotta you gotta you still the big dog. You still the top dog. You're not the regular nigga. I'm the big dog. So whoever beat me, you become the big dog champ. You feel me? And that's the shit people don't tell you about. That's the shit people don't tell you about. You let anybody else tell you something, they gonna feed you some bullshit because niggas is fans. But like I say about this casual fan, niggas just be making words up because they don't even know the definition of casual. You don't. And then when they look at it, oh, casual fan me. Yeah, I don't agree with you agree with, nigga. You understand? I'm not a yes man. I mean, so that's what you need to say. All you people that want to call casual people, all y'all people that want to call people casual fans, no, just say the truth. I'm a yes man and you're not. So that's it. That's all you gotta say. That's all niggas gotta say. Cause I ain't no yes man. You can call me a casual all day then, cause I'm not a yes man. I'm not a nigga that's gonna promote and spread propaganda. But y'all see the same shit you see, and that's what I'm gonna talk about. And that's what I'm gonna give up. That's what I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna see y'all in the few. I'm gonna get back with y'all, man, cause this shit drawn. I'm gonna get at y'all dollar. Have a blessed day. All right.